Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new studio album by German power metal band Helloween. This album here is fantastic. It now features the expanded and reunited lineup with 3 singers, 3 lead guitar players, plus returning members Kai Hanson and Michael Kiske. But before we break all that down, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like, all those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And by subscribing, as an added bonus, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music. Just like this, we're taking a look at the brand new Helloween album. It's a self-titled release that just came out on June 18th of 2021. But let's jump back a bit. I want to give you guys some context on it so you understand what, the event that this is, that's taking place here on this album really means. So the band formed in 1984, and after only 1 year, were signed and released their debut album, Walls of Jericho, in 1985. And the original lineup itself featured Kai Hanson on vocals and guitar, but Kai found it difficult to both sing and play guitar at the same time, so they brought in vocalist Michael Kiske. The band then released their 2 most successful albums. You can see them behind me there at the top. Keeper of the 7 Keys Part 1 in 1987, followed by Keeper of the 7 Keys Part 2 in 1988. Now, the 2 albums were originally intended to be one double album, but their record label overruled them, coming out as the 2 individual albums that we know as of today. But soon after the release of Part 2, Kai Hanson left the band and formed the excellent Gamma Ray. If you're not familiar with them, but you like Helloween, definitely check out Gamma Ray. The band did carry on. They made 2 more albums with Michael Kiske, but neither fared very well. And so with the rising tensions that were happening around Kiske, he was let go, and in came new vocalist Andy Duras in 1994. Now, over the next 22 years, the band released 10 studio albums with Andy fronting the band, but in 2016, the unbelievable happened, the thing we never thought would take place. With the current lineup of the band, they expanded it to include former Helloween members Kai Hanson on vocals and guitar and Michael Kiske on vocals coming back into it. So the newly reunited and expanded lineup of the band aptly named the Pumpkins United Tour and went out on tour with that in 2017. And of course, the hardly surprising, hugely successful tour proved that fans just wanted even more. And with that, they returned with this, their brand new studio albums with the reunited and expanded lineup, now with the 3 lead vocalists and 3 guitarists. So this is their 16th studio album. It is 65 minutes long, so lots to dive into here. All the epic tracks you can imagine. It is the first to feature this new 7-member Pumpkins United lineup. Kai Hanson's first album with the band since 1988, and Michael Kiske's first album with the band since 1993. This is the standard edition of the album itself. It features 12 tracks, but there are 4 additional bonus tracks spread out across different various alternate releases of the album. The album itself, in my opinion, has a really great sound to it, melding all the different personalities together. All 3 lead vocalists are given time to shine on their own, but in and around each vocalist performance, the other vocalists can still be heard, backing them up, enhancing, and even embellishing the performance overall. It's a truly collaborative album vocally. Then, of course, you got the guitars on this thing, now featuring a triple lead guitar attack on it, with each guitarist accentuating the song in their unique style. For me, this all means one thing. It is an album that is 100% pure Helloween. With the band, they didn't recreate the classic Keeper's albums, which I'm okay with on this here, but if you've been a fan of Helloween since 1994, you're definitely going to enjoy what this is all about here. It's pure European power metal at its best, and no matter which era you prefer of the band, it's all here and it's all good. So let's talk about some of the standout songs that are on this thing. Track number 3, Best Time. It is a Michael Kiske predominant vocal track. It's a fun, uplifting song with a great melodic driving hook to it and a very catchy chorus. Track number 4, Mass Pollution. This one is centered around Andy Duras. Heavy, scorching song. This one here is just big and fierce all the way around, and it's by far my favorite track on the album, at least right now. Track number 5, Angels. This one is a Michael-centric track. The song itself slips effortlessly between the more melodic elements and the heavier side of things. And then track 6, Rise Without Chains. This one is sung predominantly by Andy. Pure power metal at its best. It's a real fist-pumping song. Really gets me going when I hear this one. And track 7, Indestructible, another one by Andy. This one here is a rampaging rocker and is one of the best interplays between the 3 vocalists on the album, and just some really, really good guitar work. Some of my favorite throughout the album is on that song here. So let's take a look at this. Here's the front cover. It's got some excellent art on it. Check out the back side, some zoomed in, blown up art there. And of course, there's the spine with the logo on it. Let's take a look at the booklet on here. First thing up is the quality of this paper. It is photo quality paper, so you can, if you can see the reflection, you know, as I'm moving this thing in here, it's not just regular flat, you know, stock paper kind of a thing. They went all out doing a very nice high quality reproduction of the art here on this. It's got really great photos inside. So we open up, each guy gets their own page on it, lyrics in between on this thing here. When we get to the center of this thing, we're almost there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It opens up here into a triple gatefold of the full album artwork. You know, the center aspect of that is what you're seeing on the cover, but then you've got the rest of that. And then, of course, as we go through, it's got the rest of the lyrics and the other pictures, you know, of the members of the band are within this. And there you go. And the backside's got all the guys together, looking real good. So a lot of great big photos on this thing, that sort of stuff. I'll also show you the inside, the disc. The CD itself has, you know, the pumpkin, but it's done as the Vitruvian Man from Leonardo da Vinci, if you're familiar with that. And if we pop that out, you get some enlarged artwork again on the underside. And I don't recall if I flipped it around already for you, but there you go. You can see the back side of it. Now, my only complaint as far as the booklet and art goes is that they did not provide any sort of liner notes or credits as to who sings what parts of the songs and who plays what guitar solos. I mean, with a 7-member lineup, 3 vocalists, 3 lead guitarists, I would think they would want to accentuate that. So you're really left to your own devices. If you know the vocalists, you know, their sound, the way that they sound singing, you're going to be able to pick it out fairly easy as to who's who, because they're all very distinct. But there you go. I know a lot of you guys would be asking that question. So no instrument or vocal credits in the album, unfortunately. Bottom line, this expanded lineup only helps things, I think. Everyone is given equal time in here, making it a worthwhile collaboration. The songs are some of the strongest of their career, in my opinion, and definitely some of the most interesting. It's 100% pure Helloween. No worries there. If you're a fan of the band or European power metal, you know, make sure you check out this masterpiece. I think it is highly worth your time and definitely one of the best albums of 2021. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're still watching this and you really enjoyed it, please share it out on social media, help get the word out that way. I would also appreciate that. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.